So, hello viewers, welcome to the first episode of my series of playing World War II Strategy Battle made by Joy Now. So, this episode is going to be the introduction and kind of explaining how this series is going to work. So I'm not gonna go into as much depth in this video, and I'm not gonna put as much effort into this video. I want to get this released, so
ready for action.
So this game, it is actually a pretty historical game. It uses a lot of historical units. Like, you know, T-34, BT-7, Panzer III, Skisfa 141. However, in this video, I'm not even gonna do too much depth on the historical aspect, because there's also the gameplay aspects that I have to cover. So, first of all, you have a lot of units that, I mean, so you have infantries, you have tanks, and there's other units such as artillery. So,
what's the plan?
Units have attack, defense, ammunition, fuel, range, mobility, scale, which is very important and is actually the most oddly named out of any of them, but I think there's a really good reason to that. And then there's morale. So, most of the stats, they do what they say, but not in the way that you'd expect, and it's actually kind of complicated, the damage methods that they use. So, medium tanks are better than medium tank, or better than light tank in every way except for mobility and cost. Yeah, so the T-34 is almost a direct upgrade from light tank.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, well, the BT-7, I think it was actually made in, like, 1935, or I don't know when it was made. I'll put it up on the screen here. But I think it was actually an outdated tank.
No problem.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't, maybe,
understood.
Makes sense.
Understood.
And then right here, we got this infantry, so when you attack a unit, unless you kill it on that attack, it gets to counterattack. And so this game is a lot of trading blows, but you want to get the best trades possible. And here we go. I got a truck. So you can produce units in the game that it costs a bit of resources. But, you know, there's a cost to everything. Trucks, they don't have any attack. As you can see, they're just transport. And they are completely harmless. And they also refuel, and they're the only unit who can heal other units. So the truck is actually really important, because logistics. So, once you end the turn, your friends and your opponents take turns as well. So you see the AI right here takes control of takes control of some of our friendly units. And yeah, so the AI, both AIs,
Yes, Commander.
move in attack, and
Ready.
my T-34 allows a bit of health. Oh, but also, here's a nice mechanic to show you. It has 10 XP right here, and if I kill this infantry, it's now level 2. So when units level up, they gain attack. Level 2 T-34 89, level 1 is 88. So units that have been alive for longer are better.
Roger.
And you know, and
Ready.
that's something important because you know, the gist of the game is to have units survive for longer rather than pump out more of them.
Yes, Commander.
Well, you know,
Yes,
it's
Commander.
funny
Moving.
because
What's the plan?
historically
Ready.
the Soviet Union did not care
Yes,
about
Commander. Moving.
the quality of the units. I mean, I am not educated on this matter, and there's a lot of misconceptions actually, but no, they did produce T-34s cheaply. Yeah, like almost none of them. There wasn't really any that were fully equipped. So yeah, the AI traded some blows, and now the weather is clear instead of rain. And
Ready for action.
this truck now has 125 mobility. Before it had 110.
Yes.
So
Moving.
I'm advancing along. So
Ready. Okay.
here's some mechanics.
Yes, Commander.
First of all,
Roger.
trucks have 7 capacity, and so I just captured that steel
Yes.
factory from the access. And so there's a few buildings here actually. There's
What's
a
the
few
plan?
buildings to be taken. And more buildings produce
Ready.
extra resources for you, and so you can actually kind of change the composition of the armies. Really, you can
What's the
change
plan?
what units
Yes,
you
Commander.
have,
Okay.
because you can
Ready.
produce more with your factories. However, I mean, I don't know if you have historically accurate starting armies. I mean,
Ready. No problem.
I don't know.
Yes, Commander.
Maybe 2 light tank divisions, 3 medium tank divisions, and some infantry battalions did fight in the border war.
Yes.
Although I'm not sure if that would just be one battle or not. Maybe the border war means a few battles close to the border. So, yep. Enemies now moving. And yeah, there's also that tank right there hit the enemy from a distance. That thing and these are self-propelled guns, and they have at least a 2 grid range, and things that outrange another unit can attack without being counterattacked, which is very neat. So yeah. A lot of the mechanics though, they work like standard games do.
Commander.
You know, you have
What's
if the
plan?
scale
Understood.
drops to 0, the unit dies, you know,
Yes,
as kind of like
Ready.
every other game in existence. So okay, and then right here, so this is Skisfa 141, and this right here is 161. So it's actually an upgraded tank, and you can produce these if you're on the access side. I'm currently on the Soviet side right now. It's slightly better than this.
Yes,
but
Commander.
It costs more, and you know, I don't know if the cost is worth the extra performance that this thing gives.
Ready.
We'll
No
talk
problem.
about that later.
Ready.
But right now,
No problem.
what I'm
Yes,
going to do
Commander.
is I'm
No
going
problem.
to attack with my
Ready.
form
No problem.
right here.
Ready.
I'm not gonna hold back. So generally, if the force is small, you can rush at it and wipe it out quickly. However, you will take a lot more damage.
Yes, Commander.
Because you will take a lot more damage than if you had went slower. And
What's the
also,
plan?
so if I attack this infantry, if it survives, it'll counterattack. If I attack this tank, it will survive, and it'll counterattack.
Yes, Commander.
So, my
Ready for action.
T-34-85 was attacked by the artillery battery. But you know, if an enemy,
Yes, Commander.
if a unit is attacked
Yes,
and
Commander.
survives, it'll counterattack. Right
Yes,
here, it took some damage, but so did it.
Yes,
And I'm able to hit the artillery battery and destroy it in only it firing one shot. But if I had attacked it first, it would have survived, counterattacked, and then the next turn, it would attack my tank again, and I would have taken more damage. So that is kind of
Yes, Commander.
the advantage that defenders
Yes,
have
Commander.
in this game is that they take less damage. And with that, this video is done. Hope you enjoyed. I'm now going to play the Wikipedia article. Alright, so when I looked up the Border War 1941, what I got was the Second Ecuadorian-Peruvian War and not on the Eastern Front. But I looked at the Wikipedia article for Operation Barbarossa, and it was only actually 6 months long, and I think Operation Barbarossa was just like the beginning invasion of the Soviet Union and not most of it. But also something I noticed is that the dates of the levels, 1941, 1941, 1941, again, another 1941, yeah, another, and then finally, no, still 1941, and finally, on level 8, it's 1942, but it's a 5-month jump compared to the last level. So I feel like the Border War was actually like not just one battle, it was kind of like Operation Barbarossa. So there you have it. That was I mean, an unprofessional history lesson. I'm not a history teacher, but I know more than some people at least. So hope you enjoyed the video, and next video might be in more detail.